fam, Dee here. So this week I wanted to bring to you some of the recipes that I've made this week for my family. If you're curious how I'm able to get through all those veggies you saw in my haul, I'll be showcasing what's for dinner for the entire week. So I'm going to bring to you 4 dinner ideas plus one night for leftovers. And I'm going to share these recipes with you, what I made, and also my thoughts on how they turned out. Hey guys, what's up? My name is Dee and welcome back to a new Costco Canada haul. I grabbed so much stuff this week. I'm literally stocking up for 2 weeks of not going into the store. So let me go ahead and show everything I picked up this week. I got so much, but this is what we need. This is what we needed. Everything here was on my list and I did not divert from my list, not even a little bit. So starting over here, I stocked up on beef this week. We were completely out of pretty much all of our beef products. So the first thing I got is steak. This steak is pretty good. They're really thick pieces, so I kind of divvy them up between meals and they actually do last us a while. The price is not as bad as the other packages. There were some packages for like $80. This was one of the more affordable packages, believe it or not. I also picked up some beef back ribs. I want to do this in the Instant Pot, so I'll be sharing some recipes in this video as well. I'll be showing a dinner idea using these beef back ribs, and the price is pretty good for how much you get, plus the bone adds so much flavor. So I really like getting this every now and then, and I just felt like beef. I felt like beef and we were completely low and out of all of our beef stuff. I also picked up my favorite organic ground beef. This is good for taco night. Last time I was in Costco, I did go ahead and get the taco seasoning, but we had no ground beef to go ahead and make the tacos. So now I do, and I also want to make pasta one of these days. So taco night, pasta night, and we should be good there. So this is one of my favorites because it's already portioned out. These separate very easily and it just makes my life so easy. This I'll also portion out, and this is just for one night. So that one package I don't need to portion at all. So yeah, went ahead and stocked up on some beef products. That'll be good for easy dinners. I'll probably share the beef ribs in a dinner idea, and I'll also show taco night because taco night is easy and we love tacos. So I'll go ahead and show that as well. Steak, I've showed it so many times. Probably won't even get to it in the same week that I make the beef ribs, but need this to have for quick and easy nights. Steak in the air fryer is the way to go, especially when you're running low on time. I also picked up some 2% organic milk. We are on our last bag, so it's good that I have a little bit more of this to go along with taco night. I also grabbed some sour cream. I always get this, but I always have a hard time going through the second package. I would have grabbed some potatoes, but every time I buy a big bag of potatoes, I don't get to finish them, so I'll probably just go to my local grocery store, get some potatoes, because I want to do like a roasted potato and add sour cream. I love it like that. So went ahead and grabbed sour cream for taco night. I also picked up more of this plain yogurt by Liberté. I use this for T-Bone's Kongs. I pretty much just mash up like a really ripe banana with some yogurt, put it in his Kong, and it's like one of his favorite treats. I think I have some in my freezer right now, so let me go ahead and show you what that looks like once it's frozen. So that's what it looks like once it's frozen. He loves this. It's a really yummy treat for him, and that plain yogurt is what he loves, and he has a tire Kong in there too. Next up, I had to get another block of cheese because the block we have was completely moldy and it was so disappointing. So I had to restock and get this. I like to shred our cheese for taco night as well. I find that it's just more affordable, plus the cheese tastes so much better when it's like freshly shredded. Now I'm gonna do all that stuff in the back last because it's a lot. Like there's a lot happening here, so let's just stick with what's right here on the table first. So to go along with the steak one of the nights or the beef ribs, I got some asparagus. And I was craving that. I literally didn't eat food for like a whole week. So now that I'm back to eating food, I just want to have like good stuff. Or at least I want to try to have mostly good stuff. So anyways, went ahead and grabbed some asparagus for dinner. As you can tell, I'm still congested a little bit, but I feel a million times better than I did before. So that's a good thing. And this usually I'll do for 2 nights, but I'll just bake it in my oven or roast it in my oven. And I love asparagus. I also picked up some Brussels sprouts. These were so big, so I'm gonna have to cut them up really well, but my kids love Brussels, so I went ahead and grabbed some Brussels. That's also a great side for any of the proteins that I picked up. But we like this, and I usually do the whole bag at once because I find once you open the bag, the rest goes bad quicker. So I usually just roast the entire thing at once in my oven and call it a day, and we're good. Nothing ever goes to waste. So I really like just how fresh these look also. The last time I bought Brussels, it did not smell good when I opened the bag, so I was not able to bring myself to make it. It had to go in the compost, unfortunately, but this one looks good. It looks promising. I'm loving the color. It's like a nice green, deep green color. I also picked up more of our favorite broccoli. This broccoli has been such a hit lately. Funny enough, on one of the days when I was sick, I literally had 1 piece of broccoli and 1 chicken wing, and I could not eat anymore. Like I was so sick. But went ahead and grabbed this. We usually do the whole bag at once, or sometimes I'll do half the bag if I have another veggie. So on the night that I do asparagus, since my kids don't eat asparagus normally, I'm gonna have them try it to see if they like it though. I'll probably do half this bag and half that bag on 1 sheet pan, and it'll be like the veggies that we do, or maybe I'll do a trio. It honestly depends on how I feel because all of these would be good together. And this is what was looking fresh this week. And I'm actually going to work from a meal plan this week to try to get our life back on track. So maybe the broccoli will be for the night with the spaghetti or something. I don't know. I still have to finalize the meal plan. But the point is, got 3 different meats, 3 different packages of veggies because I plan to rotate between them all, along with the salmon that I have in my freezer and anything else that I have in my freezer that I can make. It won't just be a beef week for sure. And then I stocked up on cucumbers. My daughter both of them actually have been begging me for cucumbers, but I was too sick to go in the store and get any. And they've gone literally a month without cucumbers because they're so pricey. But this time I decided to splurge. I decided to stock up. It's so interesting. Like once you're sick and you recover from being sick, you just appreciate things like fresh food so much more. So I honestly don't mind spending $3.99 on each of these packages because I know in 1 weekend or in 2 days, this entire pack will be done. And so to have some for schools and anyways, I don't need to explain why I got so many cucumbers. We love this. We're going to eat it. It's not going to go bad. Then I picked up some mushrooms because you got to have mushrooms whenever you have steak. And we love these mushrooms, and this is really good when you cut it up and add it in pasta. I shared that in one of my recipes like a couple months ago, and I know a bunch of you tried it and loved it. Like you said, even you were hosting and you had people over and they loved it. So that's what this is for. I'm more than likely just going to prep this and add it to my freezer, just so that we have mushrooms whenever we need it, because I was actually craving mushrooms when I started to feel better and we had none, and I wish that we did. So I'm going to be saving this in my freezer. I'm going to clean them off, cut them up, put them in a zippy bag, and some of them I'll use fresh for one of the nights when I do one of these things. Now, moving over here, I did grab 2 bunches of organic bananas, and I begged and searched so hard for these because most of them were this green or even greener. And so I grabbed a green bunch and I grabbed a really beat up bunch because we need some for now. And it's hard at Costco, but Costco does have the best organic bananas. I Instacart bananas from like Walmart and they were probably half the size while I was sick. And they were worse beat up than this. Like, this is actually not beat up compared to what I got delivered to my house. So anyways, grabbed 2 bunches of organic bananas and I grabbed some red grapes. These were looking really good. I actually planned on getting green grapes too, but somehow I must have forgotten. Costco also had cotton candy grapes, but I wasn't interested in getting that. I just wanted the fresh, like normal stuff. So went ahead and grabbed the red ones, and I did grab some golden kiwi. Funny enough, this was one of the fruits that I was able to eat while I was sick, probably because I know self-consciously that like there's a ton of vitamin C in this, so I was like eating it like nobody's business. I think I was living off of 1 clementine, 1 golden kiwi, and like a sip of water for a whole day, and that's like the most that I ate. But went ahead and picked up more of this because I honestly just don't want to not have this in my house anymore. It's just too good and too useful, especially during cold and flu season. I recommend you trying it. You're gonna love it. Golden kiwi is the best kiwi I've had in my whole life, to be honest. So went ahead and grabbed a pack of golden kiwi. Now over here I grabbed some organic wild frozen blueberries. I also was hoping that I had some of this that I can snack on, like just grab a handful really and just eat them. And I didn't have that while I was sick. So I'm like trying to make sure I have all the things that I wish that I had, but we didn't have. Went ahead and picked that up and that'll go in my freezer. And dogs can eat blueberries too, so I'll probably give some to T to see what he thinks. But yeah, these organic blueberries are really good and I love that they're frozen, plus I'm getting 1.5 kilograms, so love that, and it's from Canada. Now moving over here, I also picked up some organic apples, organic Gala apples. I wanted to get Honeycrisp, but I saw like 6 packages or 6 boxes that were rotten and I just could not, so I just opted for this instead, and it's cheaper. And plus it's organic, the Honeycrisp is not. So went ahead and grabbed that. And I stocked up on my favorite orange. If you don't know, Cara oranges are the best oranges known to mankind. They're sort of like a cross between grapefruit and regular orange. But what I love about these is that they're not sour like grapefruit. And they taste just like an orange, but they just have a darker color. And they're so good. So I'll be slicing these up, adding it in the kids' lunch boxes since they're back in school again. And I'll be eating one of these every day. That's going to be my goal. I have this habit where I prep so much food for my kids and my family, and then I usually forget to prep food for myself. And something that I'm passionate about now that I'm getting better is trying to remember to fuel myself too. So leave a comment and let me know. Do you do that too? Do you find that you prepare food for everyone else and forget to prepare food for yourself? Because it's a struggle and the struggle is real. And I want to kind of put me as a priority too now moving forward. So I will definitely make it my mission to try to have one of these a day and one of these a day. So we'll see about that. But I love those oranges. And I also picked up some garlic bread. This is just going to be one of those easy sides that I can just add to a dinner. So what I normally do, since there's like 3 packages that come in here, I'll put 1 in my fridge and I'll put the other 2 in my deep freezer, and it never goes bad. And so, or what I'll do is I'll put 1 in my upstairs freezer and then I'll put the other 2 in my deep freezer. And then whenever I need garlic bread, I just kind of shop what's nearest me first. And then I'll go down to our basement and grab anything out of the deep freezer as needed. So that's just good for dinners. Garlic bread is just like a quick and easy side. We usually do garlic bread or rice. And I kind of alternate between the two. Most nights we do rice, but garlic bread is like It's just good to have, honestly, especially when you have a protein. These are the tortillas that I grabbed for our tacos. It's the ones that we always get. One of these days, I do plan to try and make some breakfast burritos. And if I do, I'll use the remainder of this that we don't use for taco night. I do have a package in the fridge that has maybe like 3 or 4 of them in there. I hope they're still good. I'll check it out and see. It's been a minute since I bought these, but definitely need this for taco night. Taco Tuesday. That's when we're gonna have that. I also picked up some Ricola. We completely went through these while everyone was sick, and I just refuse not to have this on hand anymore. I even put some in the kids' school bags. That way, if they feel a cough coming on, they can kind of soothe their throat while they're away from home. Being sick, you just appreciate all these things in life. And so, yeah, went ahead and picked up this. We needed more. The kids also needed more Advil because they finished all their Advil while they were sick. And I really should have grabbed 2 boxes of this. My husband and I, while we were sick, we went through all of our cold and sinus. And so, just re-upping. Now, Victoria white linen sauce is not on sale, but pasta night is on my list and we have no pasta sauce at all. So, just want to have that for an easier option. I do have the can of Kirkland's signature tomato sauce and diced tomatoes. I was planning to make like a DIY sauce, but who has time for that when it's dinner time and you didn't prep dinner in advance? So that's why I have that. That's for like the easy way out. We've had a lot of laundry to do because sickness and trying to kill germs and trying to stay on top of regular life with laundry since we wear our clothes actually. And I needed to get more of this, so I'm gonna bring that down to my laundry room, which is fully finished now, and I'm just gonna store that there for whenever we need it. I like the smell of this, and I like that it's way cheaper than Bounce. I feel like it all does the same. A dryer sheet is a dryer sheet, so why not go the cheaper way? I also picked up some of these caramel chewy granola bars for me because I want something that's like a nice little treat, but I don't want anything too big, and I find that these granola bars always hit the spot for me. So went ahead and grabbed that for those times when I am working and I need a quick little pick-me-up. That's gonna be my quick little pick-me-up. Or in the mornings when I'm taking the kids to school, I can just eat one of these real quick and then come back home and have like a proper meal. But went ahead and grabbed that for me for easy life. Now over here, I stocked up on some snacks for the kids for school. I picked up some of these Ritz Bits with cheese. We love those, and even I eat them too because they're so good. So everyone in the house eats them, all 4 of us. So went ahead and grabbed those for snacks for everybody. Now down here, Costco finally brought back Cheez-Its for an insanely expensive price, but I was so happy to see it that I just bought it anyway. Now that I'm looking at the box, I'm hoping it's worth the price. The one thing I have to say about Costco, like individual snack packs, is that they're way bigger than the snack packs that you get at the grocery store. So I get 45 of these, and I'm just gonna trust that this snack pack is way bigger than the snack packs that I would see at the store. Because I find that the ones at the regular grocery store, you get like 10 Cheez-Its in the bag and then that's it. It's like 2 bites and you're done. So 45 pouches, hoping that they're bigger like they were before because the price has gone up a lot by a few dollars since the last time I remember seeing that at Costco. And I really like Cheez-Its. The kids like Cheez-Its, so that's another quick little snack that we can all enjoy because everyone really likes it. And those snacks are just good in general. Now, one of the things that I wish I had while I finally started eating food again is ramen noodles. It's so comforting, it's just so good, and I had none, and this is on sale. And so I hoped so hard that I would feel better before the sale ends so I can take advantage of the sale. And now that I see this here, I just don't understand why I didn't get 2 packages of this since there's a sale. But I'm thankful that I thought enough to get the one package. So went ahead and grabbed this pack of ramen for me. I love this. So good. Spicy sauce makes it so good. And I think I have seaweed, unless the kids ate it all. I didn't check for that. But this is really, 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 really good. Pasta was on sale, and so I needed pasta. What I like about this box is the pasta is really great quality. It's Italian pasta, and you get a variety. You get the fusilli, the penne, the spaghetti, and I don't know what that is, but I call those my ziti noodles because they're these bigger ones right here. And I like to keep that in my pantry, so whenever I'm doing spaghetti night or pasta night, I can kind of switch things up a bit. I usually bake pasta whenever I use this one, the penne. I love when we do vodka sauce, but I have none, so I'm wondering when I'll get vodka sauce again, or maybe I should just make my own vodka sauce, but then that would require me to go to LCBO and get more vodka because I'm pretty sure we have no more vodka. Before we got sick, I was making a ton of cocktails, and I used a ton of rum, a ton of vodka for those cocktails, and I'm pretty sure I used it all, so might have to re-up on the liquor. And when I do, maybe I can make homemade vodka sauce, because vodka sauce is one of our favorites. And my spaghetti noodles are super low, so I'm glad that I have 3 more in here now. That was just a really great buy, and pasta doesn't go on sale all the time, so when it does, it's a good idea to get it then. We were completely out of oatmeal, which is insane. I find that I buy oatmeal maybe once or twice a year, or even once a year, and oatmeal is done. So that was on my list, and I'm glad that it was available because I had to walk the entire store to look for it. It turned out to be on an end cap and not in the oatmeal aisle. So yeah, this is just quick and easy oats. Almost every day I make my husband overnight oats for work. I do it with these oats, some oat milk, a little salt, some cinnamon, and I slice up apples. And he says it's like the best oatmeal he's had in his life, no sugar, and it's amazing. But I also use oatmeal for the kids for breakfast in the mornings, like before school. And I also love a huge bowl of oatmeal. I like mine with sugar though. I'm not that healthy, so I love to have mine with sugar. And I usually do like a coconut sugar, so it's healthier than brown sugar, and it's so good. I have so much coconut sugar, so this is like an easy way for me to go ahead and use it up. Now we're out of oat milk as well, so the Kirkland organic oat milk is my favorite. It tastes so good. You can use this for smoothies, you can drink it just as is, you can add it to your oatmeal, and oh my gosh, oat milk in oatmeal, if you haven't tried that, like, you need to, because it's the best combination, like the best combination. So 6 of these come in here, and I love it. And I also love that it's organic. It's like a nice little bonus, because I didn't even know that they made organic oat milk, but they do. They do when you get it at Costco. This week, they also finally had Tropicana back in stock. I had to Instacart orange juice while we were sick because we needed something to drink, and we had none of this. So I'm just gonna add that in my fridge, and we use it for smoothies too. So I'm glad that we have our orange juice back again. Plus the price is cheaper than it ever has been before, I feel like. So that's a win, I guess, because Costco didn't have it for so long. They lowered the price since it's back in stock. So anyways, that's it. I think I showed everything. I'm pretty sure I showed everything. I stocked up on a lot. I got a lot. I had a full cart that was so hard to push and turn, but this is what we needed to kind of get back on track. I'm going to be meal planning. I'm going to share some recipes after I put all this away. And so let me just go ahead and put all this away, and I'll see you later in the week when it's time to make something to eat. Hey fam, Dee here. So this week I wanted to bring to you some of the recipes that I've made this week for my family. Some of them were like an absolute hit. Some of them are some staples that I tend to gravitate to because I have kids and they like certain things and I like to please them when it comes to meal times. So let's go ahead and see what's for dinner this week.
All right, so for dinner idea number one, I made some buttery steakhouse chicken wings with buttery steakhouse sockeye salmon. I did that along with some roasted veggies and garlic bread, and all in all, the meal was pretty simple to put together and also super, super delicious. So there's one thing I want to note about this meal, and it's simply that the salmon turned out to be extremely dry, and I wish that I had made a sauce to go along with it. Or I also wish that I just didn't cook it for as long. I completely forgot that when it comes to sockeye salmon, it's a lot drier than other cuts of salmon. So you have to keep that in mind in regards to cooking times and things like that. So for that reason alone, I feel like the salmon could have been a lot better if I had a sauce to kind of make it not so dry, but also if I just didn't cook it for as long, I feel like that would have made a huge difference and I would have loved it a lot more, even though it was still pretty good. Again, it was just kind of dry. And the wings, I actually wanted to make them a little bit crispier, but I could not hold off my family any longer. I started dinner a little bit later and they were like, I'm hungry. When's it going to be ready? When's it going to be ready? And they were going through snacks like nobody's business. And I had to make a decision, cook it for longer to get it crispy or serve it now that it's ready. And hold off on eating out the pantry snacks as they wait for dinner and then therefore not having room to eat their dinner. So those are some things that I noticed I could have done better with this one, but all in all, it was definitely a crowd pleaser. It was still very delicious. And overall, I'd rate it a 6 out of 10. Definitely not my best work. I've made way better wings. But again, when you're short on time, sometimes good is good enough. And it wasn't great. It wasn't great, but it was pretty good. So I'm happy with that. And I would rate it a solid 6 out of 10. So for dinner number 2, it's Tuesday and I decided to do Taco Tuesday because it's Tuesday and you have tacos on Tuesday. Taco Tuesday is super simple to put together and I have so much taco seasoning now that I bought that huge container in one of my last shops. So I went ahead and made some tacos with just what I had on hand. I definitely had sour cream. I shredded the cheese myself, which makes it so much better. I had some coscados. So of course I added that to my tacos. I wanted to have salsa, but I didn't have any. So I kind of went without. And to add some green to the meal, because I hate to do dinner without any greens, I cut up some cucumbers, sprinkled a little dash of salt, and I would rate our taco night a solid 9 out of 10. It could have been a 10 out of 10 if I had some salsa because that's what I was craving. But for my family, I feel like it was a 10 out of 10 for them. I'm just a little bit more harsh with my rating. But overall, taco night was a hit, solid 9 out of 10. All right, so we're midweek now and we are on Wednesday. And so for Wednesday, I decided to do something in my Instant Pot because I'm a work from home mom. And when the kids come home, I'm usually still working. And dinner time is usually something that I think about towards the end of my workday. And I'm trying to work on fixing that. But until I get my life in order with that, it was a late night dinner again, but it was so delicious. So tonight I made some beef short ribs in the Instant Pot. I also made some rice and I roasted some veggies. This is something that is very typical for us: rice, veggies, and a protein. Call that a meal and I'm good with that. But these ribs in the Instant Pot were amazing, like so amazing. My kids had seconds. And they said that it's their favorite meat that I've made. They loved it so much. They rated it like a trillion million out of like a trillion million and one. They were blown away. And so for that reason alone, I would rate it a 10 out of 10. It was super simple to put together. Literally, you just put it in the Instant Pot. All the work is done. The oven roasts the veggies for you. And cooking a small pot of rice is like 10 minutes of my time. So that was easy to put together. This meal did take about an hour from start to finish to complete because it had to pressure cook in the Instant Pot for 45 minutes. Then I wanted to saute it a bit after just to kind of thicken up the gravy and bring the flavors back to life a little bit more. And it was an amazing dinner. Like zero leftovers. It was a hit. My husband loved it too. It was just spot on delicious. And I cannot wait to buy more beef ribs because my family absolutely love this recipe and I'm sure you're gonna love it too. So leave a comment to let me know if you like beef short ribs. I find that beef ribs are way more popular in my house than pork ribs, and I don't know why that is, but I'm not mad at it. I'm actually not mad at it. All right, so now we are on Thursday, the last day of the week that I have to cook, and I am happy dancing because I try never to cook on Fridays, and I always try to take at least one weekend day off of cooking. So I'm making it through the week, doing really good with meals. So for Thursday's dinner, I did something super simple. I thought out one piece of steak. So tonight we're gonna do steak with, you guessed it, more roasted veggies, but I have some leftover rice and I have some extra mushroom in my fridge. So I decided to make a mushroom fried rice. By the way, if you're enjoying this video so far, I'd love for you to go ahead and subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. It helps my channel grow. Let's go ahead and get back into more recipes. Mushroom fried rice was so chef's kiss amazing, and I literally just used what I had on hand. I'm a big believer in using whatever fridge veggies that you have. Use up what you have, okay? And create something new every time and you'll never get bored. The mushroom rice was amazing. My kids loved it. They said that it's their first time really loving my fried rice. And I thought I made really good fried rice before, but Honestly, I was thinking this might not be so good because all I have are mushrooms and onions, but then I thought it's gonna be kind of like a, it's kind of like a risotto, but without like the sauce. And I mean, everyone likes onions, everyone likes mushrooms, everyone's like rice. Like, there should be no problem with this. And by getting creative, I created my family's new favorite rice that I have made. And it was so simple and easy. So this meal, I'm definitely gonna rate a solid 10 out of 10. The steak, I just used Keg Steakhouse seasoning to season that. But my family absolutely loved the mushroom fried rice. The kids were super happy about it, and I'm happy that they like their mushrooms. Like, that is just making me feel so much joy. And now we are at the end of the week. Okay, so we have tons of veggies in the fridge as leftovers. I have a ton of roasted veggies that are in glass containers, and I'm pretty much just going to be munching on that throughout the weekend. Probably on Saturday I am going to do that, because usually on Friday we do takeout, and it's just something that we try not to do. But if there is a day that we're going to do it, Friday for the win. That way I can have a day off. Sometimes my husband will make burgers at home and we won't do takeout. But we have no buns, so he will definitely not be doing burgers. And there you have it. That is what my family had for dinner this week. I hope that you found a dinner idea in this video that inspired you to, number one, buy a ton of veggies the next time you go into Costco. And then number two, try something that you might not have tried before that you think would be a hit in your home. If I had to recommend any meal in this house that I made for the week, or any combination, I highly recommend you making the Instant Pot beef short ribs and the mushroom fried rice. Roast whatever veggies you have. I was just using the veggies that I had on hand that I did not want to go to waste, and I'm happy to report in just 1 week all those veggies are gone. The only thing that we have left are the roasted veggies in a container in the fridge, and that'll get done in 1 day on leftover day. So I'm feeling really good. I feel like I fed my family so many nutritious meals this week, and I feel like I was able to capture bits of what we had for dinner, with hopes to inspire you to make some yummy, nutritious meals that are simple, affordable for the most part, and also quick to throw together, 30 minutes to an hour or less. That's all I have time for on a busy weeknight. Kids have activities, I've got a job to do, kids have got homework. Like, life just happens, and I hope that this video is helpful for you. So that's it for my video this week. I hope you enjoyed my new Costco haul. I wanted to take a moment to, first of all, thank you all so much for wishing my family and I well wishes to get better. We are feeling so much better. So thank you for your understanding. Thank you for checking in on us. Thank you for showing the fam so much love. And I do really hope you enjoyed this haul, plus all these recipes this week. If you enjoyed it, leave a comment to let me know. That way I can film more of what we're having for dinner, and I can share this with you hopefully every week, maybe every other week. Leave comments to let me know what you're thinking about this one. I hope you enjoyed spending your time here with me and you're not too hungry after watching this video. I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye, guys.